Alright, so we're going to work text problem 321 in the textbook. And here's exactly what you have in your textbook. On page 167. Then down here I just created the line items I'm going to need for this to make it a little quicker for me. And we're just going to start going through these calculations. So gross revenue is equal to production times the selling price. Push enter. Now to bring that all the way across, instead of retyping that in every time, we're just going to get this little cross here at the bottom, the black cross. See the white cross and the black? We want the black. Click on it and drag that all the way across. Just a little easier way to get all the way across to year 5 without doing it individually. For royalties, we're going to put equals production times a negative 12.5% because those are a cost. Get the same cross and drag it across. And get down to net revenue because we have the right sign convention with positive being revenues, negative being cost. We can just push equals sum, start a parenthesis, and then highlight those two cells up above it that we want summed together. End of parenthesis, click on the cell, get our little cross, and get all the way across. So that's taking gross revenue minus royalties equals net revenue. Get down here to operating costs equals operating costs and drag that one all the way across. Down here to IDCs equals intangible drilling costs, enter, equals intangible drilling costs, enter. Tangible equipment only happens in year 1, so we can go equals tangible equipment and get down to lease bonus, which happens in year 0, and equals lease bonus. The nice thing about having this up above in the right year is you can just bring those values straight down into the line items that you need. You don't have to go searching for them or type them in individually. So at this point we're down to before tax cash flow. Because all of our signs are correct, we can just type in equals sum and start from net revenue and go all the way down to lease bonus cost. End the parenthesis. Got it there, negative 8,500 in the first year, drag that all the way across, and that gives us our before tax cash flows for 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So now we'll get down to the economics of the project. So now if we want to calculate the NPV, or net present value, instead of using PV functions, which you learned in text problem 2.2, to bring each one of those back individually, we can just use NPV. So we're just going to type in equals NPV, start a parentheses, type in the rate, 15%, put in a comma. Now value 1, that means you have to highlight from year 1 all the way through year 5. Close off the parenthesis, and at the end of that you have to add in times 0. It's just a funky way Excel does it, and that's what you're going to have to do every single time you do an NPV function. Click enter and you get 3,135. Now I'm just going to copy this and put it next to it so you have a little reference there. Get down to rate of return. Instead of doing all the iterations and trying to bracket that value, all we have to do here is type equals internal rate of return, or IRR, and then here we actually just get to highlight all the values in our series. End the parenthesis and push enter. 29%. Is roughly, depending on the sig figs, is what we want. So I'm going to highlight this, copy it, and move it over so you can see it. Now the selling price, what we want to do is we want to find what value drives NPV to 0. So what we're going to do is we're going to click on NPV, and you're going to have to find goal seek. For me it's in tools, so I'm going to go click on tools and goal seek and bring that down. So we want to set cell B26, or NPV, equal to 0 by changing cell selling price in year 1. Now all those sale prices are linked to that first year, and so this is actually going to change the whole selling price. We click OK. It's going to change all the selling prices. So if we could sell for 69.01, that would drive our NPV to 0, and that would be the break-even selling price for this unit. So that's a quick and easy way, instead of carrying X through this whole line item, to get down to X down here. And that's how you calculate NPV, rate of return, and break-even selling price.